Hi everybody, it's Carol here, and today I'm going to be showcasing some of the ZenniOpticals that I've gotten, in particular the different shades that they offer. Now normally I do videos on this channel about Aspergers, and this is not really exactly on Aspergers. It's about needing special protection for your eyes because maybe you're super sensitive. Maybe you're a highly sensitive person, or maybe you have Erlen syndrome. Maybe the computers bother you, or the fluorescents at Walmart, or the LEDs in maybe your house bother you and you don't know why. It's because the lighting is poor. And first of all, I'll say I have 4 videos on this channel, like a 4-part series on light health and the minutiae of the problems with artificial lighting, such as flicker and color spectrum and perception. Did you know that the neurons in your eyes have a firing frequency? And that's never taken into account when people that sell fluorescents and LEDs say, well, it flickers so fast it can't bother you. But if you're an engineer, you know that when you mix 2 different frequencies, the difference between those frequencies causes a beat frequency, and that frequency is very, very important in terms of if the light bothers you or not. That's just one of many points that I made. Well, actually I didn't discuss that particular point in the 4 video series because that's new information that I've just learned, and just, you know, it's like obvious now, but at the time I hadn't considered that one aspect. I just knew that flickering lights bothered us, and that's just one more argument as to why it's legitimate to claim that even fast flickering lights can hurt our sensitive macula. So I'll just go in chronological order of the different lenses. First of all, or second of all I should say, if you are a Zenni customer, you'll notice that they've changed a lot of their colors. And so a lot of the colors that used to be available aren't available anymore. So I was going to show you some of the old orange tints and then some of the new orange tints. And the sunglasses, old amber color and the new amber color, and then the sunglasses gray color and so forth. And then some of the mirrored tints. So in particular there's a new orange fashion tint. This is the orange fashion tint. And we don't really know what color that is until you compare it to the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to do this in more detail, but that's the first thing I'll cover. And then the second thing is the mirrored tints. They've added some new mirror colors, and they've also added the option of getting the mirrored tint with a gradient sunglasses. And I didn't know what that would look like, and so I'm going to show you now. First of all, this is the old color, which I believe they still carry this, and I think they used to just call this blue, but now they call it, this is the closest thing I know of to what they call now their indigo blue, and you'll notice that it goes from blue to purple, so that's kind of indigo, kind of aqua to purple. And now they have a new mirrored tint called, they have the indigo, and then they have a new one called sky blue. And the sky blue, you can see it on the upper part. The sky blue is more of a yellow to green. So this is the sky blue. And these are the new ones that it prompted me to show this video today. Now, let me just compare these two. The old ones, this is the old amber tint. That's what your eyes see. And I'll show these again through the window. But when I look out, I see a really nice brown amber tint. And it's very pleasant, and I wore these everywhere, but I kind of didn't like this plastic frame. It didn't really look like a normal sunglasses. And every once in a while someone would say, oh, I like your shades, but I don't know, I just would prefer these plastic cat eyes to have a clear lens. Because, you know, it just doesn't, you know, I'm already, being an Aspie, I already kind of stand out enough, and all I want to do is just fit in and not be noticed or not spotted as a weirdo. I mean, I don't know if you can relate to that, but I just want to blend in because that way I'll cause the least amount of distress around me, which makes me happier. And then I OCD less, or I obsess less about what just happened, what did I do wrong, you know, why are they mad at me? So I really like this color. And now the color that they offer, oh, I haven't shown you this one yet, but I'll just go the flow of thought here. Now the amber that they sell is more of an orange color, and it's kind of not very comfortable. Like for me, the light, the color of my lenses is real important to my mood. It's not terrible, but it's just not as pleasant as the other amber color. And these are just the aviator frames. And to me, I think this frame looks more like a normal kind of sunglass, the kind of thing you'd see at, you know, a drugstore or a mall or something. The only difference is most people's regular non-prescription sunglasses are sort of bug eye shaped, and that's kind of the look that is the norm when you see just regular people walking around wearing their mirrored aviators, and these are more straight like prescription. So I don't really like that about it, but again, it's close enough to where I don't think anyone's going to rationalize that these are prescription, or even if they did, who cares? They look more normal. And now it could possibly be that the reason these look more orangey through the eyes is because they have they're blocking the orange light, and that doesn't really make sense. If they're reflecting the orange light, you would think more blue would come in, which would make this more brown and less orange. So yeah, that's confusing. These are the same. Okay, this is interesting. These are the same exact lenses. Okay, same prescription, same everything, but they're slightly different in terms of color, but not enough to quantify. It's just like this is 1% browner, and these are like two. These are comfortable orange, but kind of irritating, and these are too orange. And I don't really know why. I mean, maybe there's just a little bit of variation in their technique. That's what I'm going to guess. These are indoors for watching TV when I really want good protection, and also for if I want to be a little bit less obtrusive with my bug eye sunglasses, I wear these small ones. But if I'm really wanting a lot of protection around my eyes, like going into Walmart, I got these. And these work fairly well, but I can't read the labels at Walmart, and they're kind of orange and uncomfortable. So I eventually want to take them off and not wear them. So that's why I got these. And these are gray tinted, and they're gradient. And the reason I wanted the gradient was so that when I go into Walmart and I'm reading the small print on, say, a shampoo bottle to make sure it's gluten-free, I wanted to be able to read it. And so that's why I got the gradient. And the big question was, there was two questions. What does the sky blue tint look like? And two, what does it look like on the gradient tint? So you can see that it's a little bit lighter at the bottom, but when you put them on, they still look like aviator frames. And they kind of just look like a gradient tint, which is fine. And they still kind of hide my eyes. Hey, that means I don't have to wear makeup. So they hide my eyes and they protect my eyes. And I do notice that the gray, even though I prefer amber, I've always preferred amber or brown shades. It just makes me, you know, it makes the green pastures outdoors look gorgeously more green. And when it rains, they look really green. So I really love the brown, but this is too orangey. And so I would prefer the gray to this too orangey. But I wish that I could have their old amber color, which is very, very different than the new amber color. If you can look on this side. And you know, it didn't really show much in the camera, but when my eyes look through it, it really matters. And again, I don't know if it's it could be that these are a thicker prescription and it just handles the color differently. These are more comfortable to wear than this color. Yeah, not sure why. I hope you're getting a little bit of an idea of the different types of lenses. So what have I not covered? So then, now let's cover. So I've showed you all the mirrored tints, and I'll go ahead and hold them up just kind of to summarize them. These are the three mirrored colors. We've got the indigo blue, the sky blue here, indigo blue, and then the rose gold. I may not have said that this one is the rose gold. Okay, I'm kind of tilting it towards the window, which is that direction, so you can kind of see the color. So gradient gray with sky blue, indigo with solid sunglasses amber, the old amber color, which may or may not be the new amber color, and then this is amber with rose gold. And it's interesting that I also got the rose gold frame, and I just really love these. So if I'm wearing pink, you know, or if I'm in a pink mood and don't really want to, these kind of show up less, I think, than these. These kind of stand out more, you know, you just really see me from a million miles away. And then with these, it's like, I don't see anybody there. No, I'm kidding. But it's just not so, because it sort of matches my skin tone. So now, in terms of using the computer and really liking the tints, I'm going to compare 3 tints. And let me get them. Okay, so the first tint is 10% of their old. They used to have 10%, 50%, and 100% amber. So I thought, well, I hate my blue blockers, and they make me kind of nauseous, and I'm not sure why. This was the early blue blockers, the very first ones they had at Zenni. Now they have a different blue blocker. I'm hesitant to get it because the first one didn't agree with me. I got 2 pairs in the old blue blockers, and they may have blocked the blue just fine, but for some reason the pale yellow just made me feel bad, kind of nauseous. And I would always just rip my glasses off and go, I can't stand these glasses, you know, and I'd go, but the orange ones don't bother me, so it's really a matter of what makes you feel good. So these really, really help a lot at the computer. This gentle, I think they call it a 10% amber tint. And then I thought, well, if these help so much, what about later in the day when I want to protect my eyes more? Or if I use a monitor that flickers more or whatever. Then I got the medium amber tint, and I think these are called 50%. They don't make either one of these anymore, sadly. And you can see, there's the 50%, and these are the 10%. 50, 10. And they both, these are more for, I could just wear these all day long, and they're very comforting. And these are kind of my favorite glasses in terms of comfort. These are my second favorite, and I wear these all day long when I'm on the computer. And then I decided, well, these are metal, and being a chemical engineer and a physicist, I know that metal makes an antenna. And so whenever I'm around any electromagnetic fields, there's going to be current going through this, which would then cause an electromagnetic field to enter my brain. So I just don't want to go there, you know, I just want to minimize any metal. And I read once that metal glasses can make some people dizzy, and while I haven't noticed one way or the other, in a obvious way, I do know that I feel more comfortable and just I'm not bothered by my glasses when I'm wearing plastic. Now these don't fit me very well, and they're not very cute. They were the only small plastic glasses that I could find on Zenni that were, you know, like narrow this way and wide enough to where they were wide enough for my eyes and my head. And they have a little dragon on the side. But anyway, the front's okay. I mean, I like green, but I didn't know what, oh, I should also say that were green. I wanted a green pair or something blue or green because I didn't want to get black, because I thought black and orange didn't, I've seen other people wear black glasses with orange tint and they look bad. So I would have gotten the one they have advertised with the orange fashion tint. That's what this is. That's what they call it, the orange fashion tint. In metal, it was like a cat eye metal, really cute, but I didn't want metal, so this was the closest I could find. Anyway, the point being is they sit crooked on me, and there's no wire inside to adjust the temple, so I have to go to an eye doctor to make it sit to where it matches my crooked eyes. I think one of my ears sits lower than the other. Well, point being is, I really don't like this color. Not only does it not look good, because it's really a yellow orange, but it doesn't feel good, you know, when I look around. Let's compare that to the 10% old amber color. That's the 10% old amber, and this is the orange tint. 10% old amber, sorry, 10% old amber, and the orange fashion tint. All right, now we're going to change. This is the orange fashion tint, and this is the 50% amber that's no longer offered. These are very comforting to my eyes, and they're a little darker. And then the fashion tint is just kind of yucky. They don't feel very good when I look around. It's like wearing, you know what it is? It's like that. It's one step towards those yellow blue blockers. Because the blue blockers, I just didn't like the way they made me feel. They might work for you, but everybody's different. For example, my husband swears that blue lenses are fantastic. Light blue for all everyday use, and then he has dark blue lenses for his sunglasses. And I hate blue lenses. You know, I'm trying to get away from blue. And so that's why I like the brown and the amber colors. So these are my favorites. And let me see on my tray. Have I covered all these? Yes, I have. So now we're going to do a summary looking at all the glasses on this white backdrop so you can see a real clear visual of the colors of each one. So it's going to slide, so let me hold it at the top. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'll just slide down. So these are the fashion orange, both sides, fashion orange on white. And next in line is the old 10% amber tint that's no longer sold anymore. And then we have the old 50% medium orange tint. And then we have the dark amber, the old dark amber. I don't know if that's old or new. Like, that's the new dark amber, I guess. And then that's the rose gold mirrored. Hold it towards the window so you can kind of see that. The rose gold mirrored, yeah. And I never give the frame numbers because by the time you order it, they're out of that frame anyway. Okay, except for maybe they'll have the aviator. These are just the medium aviators. Okay, so this is the sky blue aviator and the gradient gray tint on the back. These are my very favorite ones for wearing into Walmart so I can read. Oh, I forgot to mention I got the clip-on sunglasses that they offer when you check out, when you're checking out. They offer it for like $3.98, and I got it for these, and it's amber tinted. So if I get, like, say if I go to the eye doctor and get my eyes dilated and I want something really dark, I'll just put those sunglasses over these and they really get dark, which is awesome because I've always wanted a really super dark pair of sunglasses. So yeah, so for $4 I have my super good eye doctor like weapon. and they don't look too bad when you put those clip-ons over the glasses. I mean, when you turn it to the side you can sort of see that they're clip-ons, but who cares, you know. Aviators are classics. And then this is the sort of the indigo tint, mirrored tint with the amber tint on the inside. The old amber tint, but you can just see, I mean, it's pretty orange. But these are very, very comfortable to my eyes. Maybe it has something to do with the blue tint. Just don't understand though. Okay, and then these are another favorite of mine, but just too bad they're so orangey. But anyway, these are rose gold frame, medium aviators, rose gold tint, and dark amber sunglasses. So with that, my darlings, I will put my favorite ones on and wish you a very happy, wonderful, awesome day. And I hope you find your dream glasses, because if you have the right glasses that are the right color, that protect your eyes from yucky computers and yucky fluorescents and yucky LEDs, then you can really live your best life, or at least one step towards it. Okay, peace everybody. Can't go back.
judgment.